Hello and welcome to Tarot Sherpa. I'm Christine and today I will be reading to you from the Steampunk Tarot deck. So I've just completed a review of the Steampunk Tarot deck. And if you are interested in watching the review with a little bit of information about the artists, authors, and the cards themselves, I will put a link for that in the description box below. So what I'm going to do is use a spread from the accompanying guidebook with the Steampunk Tarot, and it is called The Most Excellent Spread, complete with moving parts. Very steampunk to have some moving parts, but it's a variation on past, present, future, maybe somewhere between a past, present, future and a horseshoe spread, if you're familiar with tarot spreads. And if you're not, I will explain all of it as I lay out the cards. All right. I'm going to keep that Ten of Cups out there because I think Ten of Cups wants to tell us something. But I'm going to switch cameras and lay out some cards. So I'm going to cut the deck. All right, and our first card represents the energy of the querent. So the energy of the querent right now is the Eight of Pentacles. Let's go ahead and get all of these laid out. So we've got our Eight of Pentacles. We've got, in the position of the past, we have the Five of Swords. Augmenting an important information about our Five of Swords. Seven of Pentacles. Present, description of the present. Nine of Swords. We're in a stressful situation here. Opportunities, Three of Wands. And then finally, immediate future, Strength. And a probable outcome, Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. Okay. All right. So looking at these cards, the fun thing about this little spread here is this is our movable card. So the energy of the querent, your energy, how you're feeling, is you feel like you've been working really, really hard. I mean, you have really been putting in some effort. And the issue is you do not feel like you've been properly appreciated for all the effort that you've been putting in. You've done the work, and yet somebody else is taking credit for it. You've done the work and somebody else is profiting from it, and they're not sharing those profits back with you. You've put in the work, and you've kind of been done over. And so where does this go? You have to evaluate. You've got to back up a little bit. So we're going from the Eight to the Seven of Pentacles. So you've got to back up a little bit and understand the situation. You've got to analyze where did this go wrong? You know, maybe this is a boss that said they were going to give you credit. Maybe this was a person that said they were going to invest in your business or your idea, or even just, you know, give you some, you know, some help, or somebody who was going to give you even a good loan, and then the bank, you know, said, oh, never mind, we're not going to give you a good loan. Or if something happened in that process of your work, that you've just got to really go back and say, okay, what went wrong? Where did this go awry? What do I need to fix in all of this mess? So let me see something with my camera here. Back out just a little bit. I want you to be able to see all the cards. There we go. See everything we got going on this table. So you're in a position that it's time to reevaluate this whole relationship. This business relationship is not working. And you've got to figure out either how you can fix it, or how you can change it, or how you can escape from it. Because let's move on to the present. The present is, this is stressing you out. You are losing sleep over it, you're frustrated, you're annoyed, something is keep, in this card specifically, we've got all these little flying daggers. The daggers have wings. It's a little hard to see. Plaguing this poor woman here at night trying to get some rest. And whatever crawfishy thing's been going on in the background, it is definitely affecting your everyday life. And so here's the opportunity. We've got a man who's got a telescope. And he is looking out on the horizon. So the Three of Wands is often what I call a law of attraction card, where law of attraction, where you're putting out kind of a higher vibration in the universe of what you want to be drawn to you. Like attracts like. And so here's your opportunity is, do not just sit here and focus on all that you don't want. Don't focus on your frustrations. Don't focus on how somebody did you wrong. And it's not, there's no equivocation in here that they did you wrong. They did. But what you've got to do is come up to a higher vibration. You've got to extricate yourself from this business relationship or this personal relationship or whatever, that you need to exit the situation so that you can raise your vibration, you can raise your energy. And you do that by envisioning yourself in a position of success. What do you think success is going to feel like? Sit down, and rather than thinking about this Nine of Swords that's keeping you up at night, sit down and meditate on the thing, because this is a form of meditation. Sitting up and worrying at night, this is a form of meditation. Is this the kind of meditation you want to do? Likely not, or you wouldn't be watching this. What you've got to do is your very best effort, consciously put that aside, and you do that by thinking, visualizing, focusing on, what does success look like? What does success feel like? What will be different in your life when you achieve the success that you've been working on? There's a lot of work here. What do you think it should feel like? What do you think it should look like? It shouldn't look like people doing you wrong. That's not success. That's getting taken advantage of. What does it look like for your situation? Focus on that. Anytime that you're tempted to worry, and if you happen to be like my dear mother, who I love her dearly, but she's a worrier. Not a warrior, she's a worrier. She worries about everything, and that's how she thinks that she cares. She worries about me. She worries about my brother. She worries about all our kids. No. Don't worry. Don't worry. I order you to be reassured by my words. I know that doesn't work, but it's fun to say. What you've got to do is focus on what you want. And I don't know how many people I've actually told this in tarot readings, because it always comes up every time there's a Nine of Swords, a Five of Swords, and people are anxious about, their work, their love life, their kids, their people, their house, whatever it is that's got them in a twist. Don't think about things the way they are. Don't think about things the way they could be worse. Think about what is better. Elevate your thoughts. It takes work. I know. I have to do the work too. We all have to do the work. But you have to bring up your thought level to that level of success. What does success look like? What does it feel like? And when you do that, that's when you've got your Three of Wands action going on. That's when the Three of Wands starts bringing in, those ships start coming in. When you elevate your thinking to the level that you want to be at, then that's what gets the elevator to go up. That's hitting the elevator button. Your thoughts hit the elevator button. Whatever you're thinking, that's the elevator button you're pushing. Are you going down? Or are you going up? Or is this your floor? You might be wanting to hit that door open button. Where's your elevator going? Is it an elevator? Is it an escalator? Are you along for the ride? Is it a moving sidewalk? I digress. So, back to our layout here, back to our spread. And we're going to move our little hard-working selves right down here to the future and probable outcomes. So right here, what we've got is strength. The woman and the lion. That which does not kill us makes us stronger. Thank you, Friedrich Nietzsche. So yes, you are going through something, but and it's not just the action of going through something. It's the action of going through it successfully and getting through the other side. I mean, some people just live for the challenge, and if they don't have a challenge, they'll create one, and not necessarily in a positive context. Some people look for challenges, so they go pick fights with their friends and their spouses and whatever, and it's like, no, that's not the kind of challenge you need. That is not the kind of strength, that's not the kind of thing that will make you stronger. That is not an exercise. That is a grind. And nobody needs a grind. Nobody needs a grind. But we do need strength. And strength comes from that effort in your meditation, in your thought life, however you want to call it, whatever you're doing to make your life better, that's what's building your strength. If you are in this grind where you've got people taking advantage of you and you know it and you feel it and it feels like crap, that's the time to do the work, the strength work in your mind that's going to get you out of the situation. Not just, let me have the strength to endure this one more day. No, that is not strength. That is actually a weakness. If you're just sitting in a mess and you know it's a mess and you need to fix it, but you don't fix it because, oh, I'm making myself strong. No, you're not. You're being weak. The strength is doing that work to level up. And that is what life, that's the purpose in life, is to level up your thinking. Maybe it results in material comfort, maybe it doesn't. There have been lots of very high level thinkers, and I'm even thinking of the Buddha, who just gave everything up, because sometimes better spirituality isn't adopting something, it's giving things up. I know there's more than one saint that says that. Giving this up is going to make you stronger. Leveling up is going to make you stronger. Hitting that elevator button that tells you to go up is what's going to make you stronger. And when you can get a hold of that, when you can build that muscle, that meditation muscle, that mental muscle, maybe even it takes physical muscle, when you can build that up, if this is a sickness, this might take physical muscle. This might take getting into your physical therapist's office. It might take getting a personal trainer. It might take just getting out and getting a walk every day. Whatever this is for you, and you need to do the work. That's the work is what makes you stronger. It's not the situation that makes you stronger. It's the work that you do to get through, to get out, to get over, to overcome. That's what makes you stronger. Okay. And finally, right down here, our outcome, our soldier, our Knight of Pentacles. In this book, this Knight of Pentacles, and while Knight of Pentacles in a lot of the Rider-Waite-Smith decks is kind of like that slow and steady character who isn't really going a whole lot of places. He's just kind of stuck. This guy, he's got one foot in front of the other. He's got his little engine going back here. And he is likely going to be the guy that's going to survive this battle and live to tell about it. So strength isn't always about being that Knight of Swords where you go blasting through and knocking everything over and just kind of like bull in a china shop kind of stuff. A lot of times your strength is going to be perseverance. But like I said, it's not perseverance to stay in a bad situation. It's perseverance to leave a bad situation. Okay? Now we had this Ten of Cups that fell out at the very beginning. So this Ten of Cups is rather a lovely emotional card. A lot of times the Ten of Cups has, you know, a couple with children and all this, but these are people that look like they're in just kind of a lovely garden here together with their Ten of Cups. And that says that you can go through, that you can get through, that this little guy is marching steadily towards this Ten of Cups. Happiness can be yours. Happiness can be yours. This can be you. It's a potential. It's a potential, but you have to realize that the strength and perseverance isn't to stick in a bad situation. It's to move through it and overcome it and actually be honored for your work. Here's your work. Here's you. And it's going to take some effort. I ain't going to lie. It's going to take some effort. You're going to have to analyze the situation, and probably more than once. You're probably going to have to go back, what is going wrong with this? What is going wrong with this? But you're going to have to be honest with yourself and see where you're allowing it to go wrong, or you're promoting it to go wrong, or you're so expecting it to go wrong, it goes wrong, and then you feel justified and all right about it going wrong because it fit your paradigm. But you need to change your paradigm. You've got to change how you look at your work and the people involved in it. It's going to take some serious effort on your part. But it can be done to a successful up-leveling. This is the next level on the elevator. This is moving up. Okay? Moving up. Good luck to you. I think we've all been there at some point. But you can get through it. You can. You can do this. You can do the right kind of work that's going to get you in the right place. Okay? Take care. Bye for now.